site here, where it comes back in, and you can see the yards of the houses. Where it comes back out over here was the plant site, curves around the river all the way over to 46, approximately 40 acres, I believe. The land was much lower then. This has had a clay cap put over it as part of the initial control efforts way back in the 70s. And right now there's some equipment over there that EPA and the DEQ are using. They're still capturing some chemicals that are leaching out of there. They have a pipe buried around the edge of all this, and it's catching the D-napple, they call it. It's kind of a tarish liquid that's coming through to stop it from getting into the river.
And if we were standing here back when the chemical factory was operating, what would we be looking at?
An awful lot of different kinds of buildings, tanks, nothing very fancy looking, you know, quite a conglomeration of stuff. Steam coming out different places, vapors coming out. Right over about here, there'd be a pipe coming out over the water, coming out maybe 20, 30 feet, maybe a 4 or 6 inch diameter pipe with a white liquid coming out of it. Many times I saw that.
And did you have any sense of what it was?
No. I was just told, my dad told me way back, just don't go in the river, don't wade in it, don't go in it, swim in it. He did swim in it when he was a young child. He grew up here, and that was before the chemical plant was here. So he knew this river before it was, there were chemicals in it. He worked at the chemical plant, but not in production. He was in the accounting office. Our school actually I remember going over there, because one of the big things they used was brine. They'd pump brine. There's a brine deposit under this part of Michigan, and they'd pump it out, and that's where they would get the bromine out of, and they'd also get salt out of it. And they made salt blocks, you know, for livestock to lick on. And that's where they took us when they'd bring a class over from grade school, and they'd give us a tour, and we'd get to see where the blocks were being compressed and boxed up for shipment.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to add that I might have missed, or that you would want somebody to know about
right
this?
now, the wall here, those are metal interlocking spikes that go down. Those were used to wall off sections of the river. When this was being cleaned up, it took about 6 years as an EPA Superfund site. Different sections of this river were walled off, pumped dry, and then they'd go down in there and dig out the sediment. And right over here where I mentioned that that pipe was coming out was the sediment there. I was told at one of our community meetings had the highest level of DDT ever recorded in the United States in environmental sample.
Right here in St. Louis, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.